Hey, hey you guys. How's it going? Um, so happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. And it's Valentine's Day. I I get a kick out of it. I really do because for some people sometimes it's hard. It's a hard day. It's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm all alone." And our society has created this belief system around whether we're in a relationship or not. And I don't know, can anybody feel this? That I know all my life I've known people, and I've even been one of them that have felt like, oh, Valentine's Day, I don't have a date. And because we buy into this story, and we tend to sometimes use whether or not we're in a relationship as a judgment. Must be something wrong with me. You know, what could it be? So I just want to encourage you, if you're feeling stuff today, Valentine's Day. I mean, just first of all, just feel it. Just feel it. Okay, and I mean, for some people, it's going to be intense because maybe they've lost partner's passed away, or maybe you're older and your husband or wife of many many years has passed, and I get it. This is a day when you feel that, and my heart goes out because I know that can be difficult, and all of it can be difficult because it brings up feelings, but I'm encouraging you to just feel them, just be present, and with the feeling, don't try to avoid it. With the feeling, we can breathe through it. We can breathe through it. The only way to freedom is through them, the feelings. Okay. So I mean, what do we want? We want to be free in the moment. We want to be happy, joyous, and free. And we can so easily on a day like today get caught up in what we think is not happening. It's interesting. I interviewed this amazing lady yesterday, Germaina, and check out her video on my YouTube. And I've actually posted a YouTube video on a lot of places, and wow. And she talks about you know her idea of relationships especially as a younger woman, and was she always picked guys that were going to be rough with her and take advantage of her, and she was she had been abused in um, as a youth, as a very young woman, and so lots of us have similar situations in our life, and so the relationships we've been in have not always been healthy, and what if we could be in a mature relating? What would it be like to be in a mature relating? To um, you know, first of all, be in a relationship where we didn't need anything. Okay, that somebody wasn't going to make us complete. Somebody wasn't going to fill us up. That's all Hollywood country music songs. You make me a better man. You make me want to be a better man. You know what I mean? Like, uh, yes, but just what if we could just be that now, in this moment, be here now, and be that that man, that woman who we always wanted to be, with or without the relationship. So here we are. It's Valentine's Day, and we're like, you know, putting a lot of stuff on it. I mean, if you've got a guy or you've got a gal and you're with somebody, and you feel like you're there completely, in a sense of not needing anything, not using them for anything. I know it's difficult because what would it be like to be in an honest relationship? you know, and well, it starts with self honesty. And when I look back in my recovery, and I look back at my relationships, and many of them even in in after I stopped drinking and using, and my recovery's been a long process. It was hardly ever with somebody where I wasn't trying to get something, have them fill me up in some way, make me feel better about myself in some way. So, you know, that doesn't work. As soon as I put that on somebody else, then I'm dependent. I'm needy, and I'm managing, I'm orchestrating, I'm manipulating. So, be with that person without needing them, without, just and so maybe some of us, I remember after my last kind of breakup, and I can't drop into any morbid reflection over any of this. I mean, this has all been part of growing up. But after my last relationship, one of my men in my men's team said, "Why don't you just take a year off? Just, be on your own. Be." And what a beautiful piece of advice. And so I did that, and that year has turned into almost 5. And it's wow, you know. David had to grow up. And some of us, never do. We're always looking for a relationship. I've made many of the ladies in my life into my mom. I know it sounds silly, and many of, of them made me into their dad. And so how about we become our own people, our own mother, our own father, our own lover in a way, and then we can actually be with somebody. Then we can be there moment to moment without a unconditionally, without a contract even, just to be in that love unconditionally, and yeah, to be free and be in a relating is a possibility, and so I, wish you all a beautiful day today. This Valentine's Day. It is the beautiful part about this is it does kind of signify our love. It talks about love. It's a love day. Anything that you know uh, gets us to look at love is a good day, I think, and they're all good days. But that's it. So happy Valentine's Day, and hope that you know if you're feeling something, stuff's going on, call me. Let's talk about it. How to be complete in without on your own, just as you are, and because ultimately that's who we are. That's what we have. In this moment when we stop, and we're gonna do a quick meditation at the end of this, and just be here in this moment, and when we're here in this moment, there isn't somebody else. There's just us. And okay, I'm going to do a little reading here. What day is it? The 14th. Oh, it is. We'll read from the 24-hour day book, 14th of February, and from this book was written, by the way, it was published in 1954 by an amazing man who spent quite a bit of time compiling it and putting it together. And I believe he started well into the 40s he was doing this, and so the writing's great. I really enjoy it. Some of it's a little dated, but so he's talking here about often in the early part of this, the first couple of months, he seems to talk a bit about drinking, and after that first drink, we had a single track mind. It was like a railway train. That first drink started it off, and it kept going on a single track until it got to the end of the line, which was drunkenness and beyond. Okay. We knew this would happen when we sat down at the bar to have the first drink. But still, we couldn't keep away from liquor. Our willpower was gone. We had to become helpless and hopeless before the power of alcohol. We had to become helpless and hopeless. It's not the second drink or the 10th drink that does the damage. It's the first drink. And this question is, will I ever take that first drink again? And, And then we go into the meditation. It's written here, the way he's put it together: thought for the day, meditation for the day, and prayer for the day. Meditation for the day. He says, I must keep a time apart with God with every day. And when I think of God, I think of universal intelligence. I think of consciousness. There are many, many concepts for God. And the beautiful thing about the 12-step world is that we're not here to judge how you perceive your higher power. I will be transformed mentally and spiritually. It is not the prayer so much as just being in God's presence. So that's, be still. Isn't in Christianity somewhere it said, be still and know that I am God. So that's why we meditate. That's why we sit, which we're going to do in a couple of minutes. Hopefully you join us. The strengthening and curative powers of this I cannot understand, because such knowledge is beyond human understanding. Yes, but I can experience them. That's the deal. The poor, sick world would be cured. The poor, sick world would be cured if every day each soul waited before God for the inspiration to live aright. My greatest spiritual growth occurs in the time apart with God. So this is our meditation time. Over and over again we get this pointed out, and if we're not taking this time every day, we're really missing. This is where we connect. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may faithfully keep a quiet time apart with God. I pray that I may grow spiritually each day. Beautiful, eh? It really is. So we're going to take a couple of minutes for meditation. I'd like you to join me. It's totally up to you. But let's meditate on a bit. Let's bring this up. So we're going to drop in, use the breath and drop in. And not often I don't plant a thought, but I'm just going to plant something today. As we drop into this moment, into this inner space, into this stillness, into this quiet, into this place beyond ideas, beyond concepts, beyond wanting, beyond needing, beyond time, beyond identity, beyond story. So we drop into this place where there is just now. Nothing is missing. Nothing is needed. Just now. We reflect just for a moment as we drop in on this day when we think about, relationships and partnerships, and recognize that nothing is needed to complete you or complete me. Nothing is needed. No person, right? No thing, no pet. Doesn't matter where we live. But if we can be that free, then we can love. Then we can love. Love unconditional is love. So no need. Nothing's missing ever. Never jealousy. Never suspicion. Never manipulation. Always accepting in each moment. What a possibility. Drop in to this possibility of freedom in or out of relationship. When we see this as a moment to moment, here and now, it isn't even a relationship, it's a relating. Ship speaks of time, a relationship speaks of time. We're here in each moment because this is where we're here. This is where we are in each moment. So be here, and if you're with somebody, be there with them in this moment, in each moment. Not because of an agreement, not because of a you promised, because this is where you are. This is your choice. And then be free in that choice. So drop into this nothingness, oneness. If thoughts come, just let them go. Thoughts come, just let them go. Gently, just gently let them go. Okay? Just come back gently. Come back when you're ready. Thank you. If you're deep in your meditation, stay there if you'd like. I'm just going to leave you there. Practice this every day, you guys. Every day. Love you two. Love you three. Love you one. Okay. Just want to remind you to check out the YouTube channel. That interview I did yesterday with Jermaina was amazing. Listen to her story. Powerful. Thanks. Love you guys.